Willian, Gabriel, Partey, how good was Arsenal's transfer window? And Mesut Ozil axed from Gunners squad. Hi and welcome to Stay Gooned. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. This is the Red and Whiteboard show bringing you Arsenal and football news and views. It's been 3 days since the deadline day madness, but I'm still buzzing, and for me, Thomas Partey is easily the signing of the summer, and the way we went about it made it a great bit of business. You just get the sense that Arsenal had this up their sleeve all along. This was no panic buy. There's an argument saying, why didn't Arsenal just do this earlier in the market? Why wait until the last moment? It is a valid argument, but there's lots of things we need to take into account. Arsenal have been trying to negotiate with Atletico all summer long, but they weren't having any of it. Their stance was pretty clear: pay his release clause. The fact that we struggled to sell players points towards a cash flow issue. We were trying to raise funds so we could do this. Remember, it's the release clause. That means a full 50 million euros up front, no payment plans and no installments. And with the latest news emerging that Stan Kroenke actually for the first time intervened and put up some of his cash for the transfer, it indicates we didn't manage to raise it through player sales alone. Kroenke for once came through and backed the manager. Hopefully this is a sign of a change in policy from the Kroenkes. When all of that was in place, Arsenal followed Atletico's instructions and they went straight to La Liga and they put down the check. So why are they crying now? Did they expect a courtesy call when they showed us no courtesy and refused to negotiate point blank despite even taking one of our players? For me, 50 million euros for a player of that kind of quality is an absolute steal, and I think this is the best transfer we've done in decades. It even tops Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez. Patrick Vieira was one of Arsene Wenger's first signings and perhaps his best signing along with Thierry Henry. Whilst Partey isn't Arteta's first signing, it's very early into his reign and it could prove to be a game changer. I can't wait to see him in action. He's gonna boss that midfield. He's not just a defensive midfielder, he's the complete package. He's a leader, he can tackle, he can dominate, he can dribble, he can pass, he can run and he can shoot. We've been craving for this so long. Welcome to the party. Thomas Partey was the final addition in what turned out to be a very good window for us. We signed Gabriel Magalhaes for £27 million, daylight robbery in my opinion. A 22-year-old that's already shown us he's a class above most of the central defenders that we've had in years gone by. Not since Sol Campbell have we had a defender that can physically dominate like Gabriel, and he's technically sound too, and he can pass. That's two signings from right out of the top drawer and not the second tier signings that we've grown used to. Willian also signed on a free from rival Chelsea. This one didn't spark the same level of excitement, but for me it was a shrewd bit of business. He's got quality and experience and he's very clever in the final third of the pitch, and we've got a lot of talented youth in those positions, and having someone like Willian there will only improve them. We also re-signed Danny Ceballos on loan for another year. This one was crucial too. Danny finished last season so strong and he was central to our improvement, and re-signing him gives us that continuity so we can take off from where we left off, and in recent outings he's already showing that. In the long term he may be gone, but it's important for the short term. Pablo Mari and Cedric Soares were wrapped up on permanent deals too. Both players have been injured for the majority of their time here, so it's difficult to tell how good they'll turn out to be, but they do give us some strength in depth when they're fit, of course. We also signed Runar Alex Runarsson as a replacement for Emiliano Martinez. We're still yet to see him, but with Carabao Cup and Europa League games coming up, I'm sure we will soon enough. And let's not forget the contract extensions. Aubameyang, our main guy who gets most of our goals and is integral to us, signed up for another 3 more years, and 2 youngsters that have the world at their feet in Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. And we've added several players into our under-23s over the course of the summer. 2 more arrived on deadline day: Nikolai Moller from Malmo and Omar Rekic from Hertha Berlin. Perhaps we could have done better with outgoings, but we have got the likes of Mkhitaryan off the books and done some great business with the sale of Emiliano Martinez. Torreira and Guendouzi both went out on loan on deadline day, but deals for Socrates and Kolasinac both fell through. William Saliba's proposed loan move to St Etienne didn't get done also. Not enough time to get that one over the line, but he might still go out on loan to a championship side as the domestic window is still open. If we take into account that all this was done off the back of a global pandemic and our worst season in the league for 25 years, where we finished 8th and had 3 managers over the course of the season, and we're now into our 4th season without Champions League football, I'd say this was a brilliant window, and my score is 9 out of 10. Let me know down below how you rate the window. Some of you already have in the post I put up. Ambitious Gunners 007 gives it an 8.5. Fode Silla, apologies if I mispronounce your name, says 8 for the ratings, and Lepen Barclay has gone lower with a 6. Abdul Hakim Sabata saying I will only rate after I see the performance of these signings, which is fair enough, I guess. I'd love to hear from more of you, so please do comment down below. One of the biggest departures on deadline day was of course our mascot Gunnosaurus, Jerry Quay. He's been doing the role for 27 years and is part of the furniture at Arsenal, but on Monday it emerged he was being made redundant in order to cut costs. This of course sparked outrage and fury from all corners, some really bad PR for Arsenal, and the massive own goal was compounded by Mesut Ozil's public offer to pay the wages of Gunnosaurus. No doubt a really generous offer by Mesut, and he's clearly got a close tie with Jerry. The fact that it was such a public offer though tells me that Ozil used this to get back at Arsenal for the treatment he's been receiving lately. Exiled by the club, his refusal to take a pay cut made public, it was opportunism from Mesut. The relationship between Arsenal and Ozil looks broken without any hope of repair. He hasn't kicked a ball since the lockdown ended, and he only made the bench on one occasion. And now it seems his Arsenal career is over for sure after Arteta has axed him from our 25-man Europa League squad. The rules state that a maximum of 17 non-homegrown players can be named, and with us currently having 19, 2 will have to be left out, and Socrates is the other one who misses out. With the same rule applying to the Premier League squad, which has to be finalised by the 20th of October, it's likely that the same 2 players will be omitted. I can't see Ozil making the Premier League squad if he can't even get into the Europa League one. That's the one competition he might have had a slight chance of featuring in. It looks like he'll see out the remaining 7 or 8 months off his contract and then part ways with the club. It is a real shame. Ozil has been good for us, especially in the first couple of seasons, and I would have loved to see him play for us again, but it looks like it is over. I think the order has come from above Arteta, but I do think Arteta had some input into the decision. Arteta has stated on numerous occasions that he wants everybody at the club to be on the same page, and he did play a major part in convincing the players to take pay cuts, so Mesut refusing couldn't have gone down well with Arteta. It was Mesut's right to refuse it, but it's cost him his Arsenal career. Left out of the Europa League squad despite being fit to play. Let me know down below your thoughts on this one also. That's just about it, folks. We're on international break, of course. England versus Wales tonight. It'll be interesting to see if Bukayo Saka plays. Thanks to everyone for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe and stay gooned.